This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Richard Laufmann. He is the CEO of Rex Minerals. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is RXM on the ASX. And Rex Minerals is participating at the Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening right now. It's a hybrid event happening September 8th through the 11th. With that, Richard, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thank you very much for having me, Robert. I wish I was there in person. I'm gutted and I'm envious, but here we go.
Here we go. So with that, this is our first time doing an interview together, and I'd love to get a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. Well, look, Rex Minerals, we discovered a copper project in South Australia in about 2009, discovery hole. And between 2009 and now, we've drilled that out. We've conducted feasibility studies, achieved all of our permitting, our ML and our environmental permitting, which all came through about in the middle of last year. We now have a 2 million tonne copper resource, a 1 million tonne copper reserve. It's a copper gold project. So it's 2 million tonne of copper, 1.4 million ounces of gold. And we're planning to kick off a development of that towards the end of next year. We just completed a $60 million raising to complete the pre-development works. That is an exciting project. It's a nation-building project in Australia today. And but what makes our company very interesting is in the middle of the suppressed copper market, we traded our way into and acquired a gold project in Nevada called Hog Ranch. You can't really forget the name, Hog Ranch, right? There were no ounces when we acquired it, but some really good geology and some drilling. And in, say, less than 2 years, we've gone from 0 ounces to 2.2 million ounces. And most people don't even know it exists. It's tucked in to the Rex entity. But 2.2 million ounces at less than $1 an ounce discovery cost, we think this is turning into something really special. It's in Nevada, great place to be. Our copper projects in South Australia. They're two of the best locations in the world to build a mining project and to be exploring. Gold country, Nevada, copper, elephant country in South Australia. And we've got some great assets now on both locations, which makes us quite a unique company, right?
Well, I think you pretty much answered my question there. I was going to ask you what makes the company unique and different. So, do you have anything to add in terms of the uniqueness and what separates you from maybe some of your peers in Nevada and also in Australia?
Yeah, I think what separates us in Nevada is Nevada was very model driven and everyone had the same models. We didn't have those models, so we didn't have the blinkers on, and we came into an area that was actually mined in 88 to 92 by an Australian company called Western Mining. And I used to run its gold business, so we knew about this project. And when we got our hands on it, to be honest, we didn't have as greater expectation as what we're now seeing. So it's really transforming. And I think this is a unique time in history. I think gold is important. For me, Bitcoin hasn't really quite dropped yet. I don't get the Bitcoin thing, right? Gold is fascinating and important. It protects our wealth from evil investment bankers and central bankers who want to destroy currency. But on the other hand, you got new gold, copper. If you want to make a difference on planet Earth today, right, it's electrification of everything. And copper's involved in the whole box and dice. So that puts us at the vanguard of resource companies, the big boys, the BHPs, the Glencores, the Rio Tintos. They're trying to pivot in this direction. Very hard for them to move the dial. And that's what we have. That's a great place to be.
Very good. And what's your background? You alluded to it a little bit already earlier in your experience in Nevada, but what led to your joining Rex Minerals?
Sure. Well, actually, I'm a mining engineer, and I started back in 2000 with a couple of floats. And Rex Minerals was a float between a friend of mine and myself, just to put some exploration packages together, employ a good geologist, and off they went. We were very lucky. We came out of Western Mining Corporation and had some good ideas that were developed inside the big company. That was acquired by BHP, but the ideas didn't go into BHP. They left with the people. And we ended up with a package in South Australia that turned into a big success. So we're on our way.
Very good. So to close us out here, before I let you go, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Sure. Look, news flow is where it's at. So we're drilling in Nevada. So our drill rig should be back there in about 4 weeks. We have a phenomenal success rate and we're getting some outstanding results. And every time one drips in, it's like, oh, gee, what's going on in Nevada? This is special. That's happening. In South Australia, we're moving into the pre-development construction and build phase for the project. But there's a lot of news flow coming this year as we build the team and we complete some test work on some optimization, which sounds boring, but in our case, it's not. So it could be really meaningful for the future of this project. And of course, the copper gods have blown our sails full, right? We're on our way. Copper's a good space to be at the moment.
Very good. So Richard, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Rex Minerals?
Rex has a ticker code RXM. It's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. And probably in a few weeks, we'll have an OTC listing as well.
Very good. And that website is www.rexminerals.com.au, right?
Fabulous. Thanks very much, Robert. That's great.
Very good. Well, Richard, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to our next update.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek hybrid event happening right now, September 8th through the 11th. Rex Minerals is participating. Thank you all for watching.